Hello, namaste everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great. Today's video is going to be about Leo zodiac signs as to how the transit of Rahu Ketu is going to affect you. Before we dive into the explanation, please subscribe my channel and also hit the bell icon so that you get regular updates. Also, if you would like to have your personal readings from me, you can check out the link below in the description box, www.anmollastrology.com. Under the readings and unique reading section, you can book a personal reading for yourself. Also, there are courses available under the courses section. If you want, you can sign up for them and you will be totally assisted by me. Okay, so let's get started for the predictions for Leo zodiac signs. And trust me, this is the most important video for you. Definitely, because you are having Rahu and Ketu transit in your first and seventh axis, the most important axis, which is going to impact you for another 18 months. Right? So before we move ahead, just understand Rahu and Ketu. Whenever they transit, we first have to look from the moon chart, the Chandra chart, and then we refer to the ascendant chart. So first, if you are a Leo moon, see this video. Or if your ascendant is some other zodiac sign, you can go and watch that video as well. Both are going to resonate with you. Also, in the description box, I'm going to attach the links for the Rahu transit in the sign of Aquarius, how it is going to affect as what is the theme of this transit. Then I would also mention the link for Ketu in Aquarius, Leo, and the Muhurta chart for these transits. Okay, so you can watch those videos also. This will be like cherry on top that you have more information about it. Now let's get started. So first and seventh house, we need to understand whenever the transit happens, what does happen in that area. First house is about you. That is your personality. That is your personal self. This is the house which is going to tell anything and everything about you. When this receives a transit, that means this is a time for your higher lessons. You're going to transform during this time because something significant in your life is going to happen in regards of your personality, or which would directly impact your personality at the max. Seventh house, on the other hand, is your mirror self. So any halchal that happens in the seventh house is also also going to affect you, because seventh house is your mirror self. Seventh house is your spouse, your partnership, and your encounters with other people. It is it is how you connect with other people. What kind of people do you attract and also interact with? So whenever Rahu Ketu transit happens in the first and seventh axis, this talks about major transformation you have to go through on a personal level. And this is just a second. Yeah. And this is held by your interactions with others. Since Ketu is right now in the ascendant, Ketu is transiting in your ascendant, it is going to give you obstacles in life. It is going to attract all the problems and especially emotional problems towards you, where you will feel that right now I'm clueless. I'm clueless as to what to do. There is significant changes you are going to experience. It will be work changes, it will be personal changes, health changes. So many changes overall in your life are going to happen. And these changes are going to happen because they want to instill wisdom within you regarding your ego, self-esteem, confidence, and your creative self-expression, your creative self, your thoughts, your thinking, the way you understand about people. It is going to teach you how to deal with deception, how to deal with deceptive individuals. That is the reason you have a Rahu in your seventh house. This is a karmic time. Rahu will attract all the karmic partners you have had, not just partners in relationship, but anyone that you have signed up your karma with. Rahu is going to make you encounter with those people for next 18 months. And you may receive deception. You may, even though you interact with a beautiful person inside out, a very honest and kind individual, but eventually they would deceive you. Your Rahu is making them deceive you. So there are so many encounters, there's so much refinement also, and at the same end, there is so much of interaction and getting out of that interaction also. Okay, so now let's quickly go towards the explanation part. Okay, so Ketu in the first house. Let's talk about Ketu first because you are going to go through your spiritual transformation. You know, when Ketu enters, I don't know why it is not working in between. Just a second. Yeah. So whenever Ketu comes into the ascendant, especially in the sign of Leo, it challenges your confidence. It works as a grahan or a solar eclipse to your confidence, to your pride, to your sun. Okay? I think my specs is reflecting a lot of light. Okay. So this is going to give you moments where you will feel that my ego, my self-esteem is getting crushed. Situations are turning out that way that previously everything used to work out for me. Everyone used to admire me, admire my beauty, admire my presence. But now, why everyone is having some things or thoughts in their mind? You will feel intuitively very high, and you'll be like that I can sense that the other people are not thinking the best of me. They're not having a good image of me. This is something you would develop a feeling about. And for that, you would research. You would naturally become a person who will be very considerate with the actions of the others. And also, you would research about it. You would research about your past encounters. You would research about knowledge. You would research about astrology at the same time. Now, this is a pattern that has been followed over years. Like ever since I've started working, like for example, in 2020, we had many people having Ketu and Rahu transit in the sign of Gemini and Sagittarius. I had most of Geminis and Sagittariuses coming towards me and asking, getting a consultation. Then further, it was Taurus and Scorpio. Then all those people started coming around. Then it was Aries and Libra. The whole 1.5 years, there were so many Libras, so many Aries. And now, right now, it is Leo and Aquarius. And you would see most of the Leos and Aquariuses are going to look into astrology, are going to dive into astrology, and are going to reach out for consultations, reach out for learning astrology, because that's what your Ketu is making you do. This Ketu will also make you isolated. You will isolate yourself. You will not have that confidence of your creativity, of your dramatic skills anymore. This is because Ketu wants you to go within. Ketu wants you to go within and understand about yourself that are you all right? It wants you to over analyze your skills. It wants you to be overly critical of yourself. So that's what you'll feel about yourself first. Then slowly and steadily you will get the karma, you will get the understanding, you'll get that, good deception from others, that complications in your relationship with others, and then you would understand that nothing in this life matters the most than my peace of mind. Nothing is more than the higher consciousness. Nothing is more than spirituality. Nothing is more than God. That is what is your final destination with this Ketu in the ascendant. It wants you to align spiritually, simple as that. And so, as to take you on that journey, so as to take you on that path, it is going to give you every possible embarrassment, every possible detachment, every possible self analytical behavior. It is even going to make you very aggressive because this is a fire sign, and Ketu in itself is a fiery, fierce planet. It is also considered as an earthy element to some extent. But Ketu is ready to fight. Ketu is ready to pick up a fight as well. Its energy is very similar to Mars. So that is the reason this Ketu works for you getting your wisdom of understanding how to deal with this complicated world, how to deal with complicated people. Leo people have a tendency to be very open-hearted. Once a person just shows this much of respect to them, they are going to just open their heart massively for that individual. That is your karma. That is what Ketu is trying to tell you, that you need to be evaluative and self-critical. You need to be critical with your choices. You need to be critical of what you're putting on the table and how much you're doing something for someone. So there are a lot many things I can call out psychologically that Leos do, which they might not do as per what the society is about nowadays. It can be about their selfish behavior. Not, I would say selfish, but they just love themselves. It's not, selfish would never be a word for Leos, I guess. But being very, uh, you know, they just love thyself. They just love themselves. And this is what Ketu is going to make you learn. It is going to make you learn that you can love others by not loving yourself. In fact, you can fulfill your desires by not just thinking about yourself, but thinking about the others as well. So you would definitely encounter with partners who are going to be deceptive. If you have not been in a relationship, this is the time for you to get a relationship. You definitely are going to attract a partner. This Rahu is a Bhoga Karka. Now let's come to the seventh house. Rahu in the seventh house makes you deal with deception. Everyone knows that, right? But what kind of deception? That is very much aligned with the zodiac sign and with the planets involved. Now, when Rahu is in the sign of Aquarius, then you may encounter people who are going to take benefit of yours, who are going to be with you just for the sake of their social presence. And you internally you will feel spiritually so high that once you encounter that partner, you would internally know that this partner is being benefited from me. This partner is there to get benefits from me. But for many of you, this can even activate the marriage timeline. So if you are basically a student, you are, not into relationship stuff, right? Like marriage stuff right now, you can encounter a person, you have a karmic time with the individual, your boyfriend or girlfriend, and who can be deceptive of you, who can hide also certain things, because Aquarius also talks about deep emotions, deep hidden feelings. Okay, then if you are married, then your partner would just, try to take certain things out of you, just try to take their benefits out of you. Or they just have you because they want to get interacted. In a relationship, you might have a partner who is just using you to get into a circle, into a social circle, or get an opportunity, maybe. That could be the case, or it could even be the be that you are so stunning, you're so beautiful that someone is super attracted to your beauty, and they just want to be a part of your, life. The deception here could be with the desires. Deception could be with the materialism, and there could be hidden factors. For some of you, you may encounter partners who are already married, but you might not know about it. So you can date, partners who are already married. And once you get to know about it, you will feel that deception. You will feel that hurt. Okay, so that is what Rahu would do in the seventh house, but definitely Rahu and Ketu are going to bring in a massive transformation, which by the end of these 18 months, you will be the one telling me that this, what happened for good. Now I have a lot better clarity of what my life is about and what I want to do with life, and whom I need to allow within my life and whom I do not need to allow into my life. That is the situation what it creates. It can even give you business opportunities because of Rahu in the seventh house. It can also cause a temporary separation for the ones who are married, or it can even show frequent travels, right? Now let's talk about the aspects. So the aspect of Ketu, fifth aspect, is going to be on your fifth house. That's why I said you definitely are going to be saved by many things. That is because of the Purva Punya Bhava effect of the fifth house. Your past life good deeds are basically going to save you from a lot of clutter that might have also happened. Now, this house also shows that you are going to research a lot when it comes to knowledge of mythology, psychology, even, you would read Gita, Quran, or any spiritual books that you feel inclined to. It's a lot of higher knowledge you are accumulating in respect of your um, knowledge. And also one more thing very significantly I see is because of presence of Sagittarius here and Ketu putting its fifth aspect, you will somehow first go through an instance where you will go back and forth in a relationship because of the Sagittarius effect. Then you would detach from this confusion about love. You would detach from the from your behavior of making people chase you and then ending up chasing them in when it is about romance. This also shows that one of your children, your firstborn child, you may have detachment from them if you have a child. That detachment could be that either like they are going for for their education, they are going to a distant land, maybe for their job, for their education. This is for the people who have their children all grown up. Or this also calls for being fearful about your child for this while. You will feel very paranoid during this time, and you'll be like, I need to take care of my child. I need to take good care of that child. I need to do something for my child. So that is going to be the scenario with the firstborn. Okay, now the ninth aspect. So ninth aspect goes on the ninth house. So ninth aspect shows that with Ketu shows that there is going to be a break within your fortune. This also shows that internally you feel dependent on your father figure for enhancing or for giving you ideas or for putting up tone within your mind. That's what this shows, that with Ketu's ninth aspect on the ninth house, specifically you research. You feel attracted to a guru. You just feel attracted to a guru that has come here, and you had some relation with them in the past life. So Ketu coming into your ascendant is basically going to make you fulfill a lot of past life karma, and you're going to interact with a lot of people who have come here, the souls that have come here from your past life. So the ninth aspect on the ninth house certainly shows that in a way you would feel that my fortune is basically stuck. It is not making me go where I should go as per my plans. But you would, you would agree to me by the end of this time that actually it was doing Ketu was doing what is best for you, right? Just a second. Okay. So it's like that you would feel that things are not working out my way, but actually Ketu will, like, when we say that God's plan is working for you, that is what happens when Ketu comes in the ascendant. That's the basically thing of its ninth aspect. It gives you unasked fortune. Right now, the fifth aspect of Rahu is going to be on the 11th house. That's why the social circle of an individual rises. There is a lot of communication that they have across people, and they get that, Ketu is a very introvert energy. Coming into the first house, it does make you introvert, but at the same time, it gives you the opportunities to interact and to represent yourself in front of others. But now your representation is not going to be just like a random representation. Rather, you will work on yourself, you will work on your personality because of the criticism that you would receive. You would become over analytical with yourself, and then you will present your skills in front of mass population, and you will be recognized for that. Rahu's fifth aspect on the 11th house gives you recognition. It gives you the fulfillment of your desires also. But this definitely, since this is the sign of Gemini, Rahu wants you to be involved with your social presence, with internet, with technology, and you will use that to get recognition. You will use that as a part of your career as well. And there definitely has to be a lot of communication online or in physical self as well with a lot of people. Okay, so that's what this Rahu's fifth aspect is also going to create. Now, the ninth aspect of Rahu is going to be on the third house. Ninth aspect of Rahu certainly makes you fortunate with your skills and fortunate with your efforts. And I won't say it makes you courageous, but it will definitely. Rahu doesn't do that. But having Libra's presence in the third house and Rahu aspecting there, you will act like one for some reason. And this also means it would give you the ability to negotiate and balance your communication with others, balance your relationships with others, but at the same time, you will be like working very diplomatically, as in that you will be showing that, yes, I'm making an effort towards you, I'm trying to balance my relationships with you, but on the other end, in the background, you will have your self motive, or you will be showing much more than what you are actually doing. That is also, this works very well for fame businesses. So this transit would work very well if you are trying to go online and work online and you want fame, you want recognition for your work. That is where it works well. And it also works well when it is about knowledge and research. Okay, so now quickly let's go over the planets. So first we have Sun. So if Sun is in the first house and Ketu comes over it, this definitely detaches you from your ego. This can give you episodes of lashing out, episodes of where you would feel, we feel the urge to express your emotions in a very aggressive way. So kindly be aware of that particular situation. With Sun in the first house and Ketu coming over it, it's your first ascendant. It can give you digestive issues, issues with your digestion. It can even make you go lose a lot of weight as well. This sometimes can also make a person feel uh, not hungry because of their emotional health, right? For that, of course, your moon placement also matters. Sun, Ketu coming over Sun, it's like breaking your ego into two different parts. Okay, it also will give you issues or somewhere where your immunity is going to play a very important role. It will make you have a very low self-confidence for some time because you are being very overcritical of your personality and of your appearance as well. So it gives you a bit of shyness, a bit of introvert. You just try to introvert yourself, you try to research, you try to establish your personality. Now when the Sun is in the seventh house, both of the alignments are actually creating the solar eclipse. Now, Rahu coming over Sun is actually massive. It is explosive. Although Ketu is like, it is directionless. So it just gives a result and you just wander around within that result only. When Rahu comes over Sun, it gives you massive ego. It gives you ego problems. It can even detach you from your partner. It is not the best transit that you are going to have for your marriage. You will feel very overly blown with your ego and with your aggression, and even your spouse is also going to feel that. Then it also can give some health complications to your spouse. That is also something you need to see or take care for. Sorry, my throat is not that well today. So, Rahu coming over Sun in the seventh house, it's your first lord. So, it's like a whole loop that you're going through, as in that you're becoming obsessive towards the idea of having a partner or becoming obsessive towards the partner. Then you become like very, dissatisfied from that situation. You did just go into yourself. You seek your own guidance, then you feel dissatisfied with your guidance because you feel that I'm clueless about things. Then you go again towards partners. So that is a loop that you're going to go through. The loop is between you and your partnerships, you and your social presence, you and and the other people that you interact with. So that is where, but Rahu coming over Sun, we call it as as a position where you are not well respected. Whatsoever you are going to do, you are not going to be respected for your actions. You are still going to be taken granted for and misunderstood for your actions. Now, next we have Moon. So when there is Moon in the first house and Ketu comes over it, it is your fourth lord. This again is a spiritual transformation. There's a whole lot transformation to the way you interact with people, the way you emotionally connect with people. You would come to a situation where you will feel that I need to detach emotionally from everyone. You will just try to understand things within yourself. You would not want to access people for that understanding. So it's like you are transforming physically, you are evolving emotionally. It's all the kind of transformations you are going through. Since it is the 12th Lord, you will also want to dive way deeper into spirituality, and you would want to stay alone, live alone, or be at a place where you can start fresh. You can be alone by yourself. And your happiness would lie within yourself only. This actually also gives you intense emotions first, extreme emotions, and then detaching from them slowly and steadily. Like it makes you a hard rock, to be honest. But one thing it works well is If you are into creative business, it is going to give you very unusual and very trendy, you can say, or very advanced, researched creative ideas. Now, next, if Moon is in the seventh house and Rahu comes over it, the 12th Lord is coming over into your seventh house. The loss is coming basically towards your partner, towards your partnership. So you may lose a partner. You may have that obsessive feeling of not losing a partner. You'll be paranoid about it. You'll be like, that what is making me obsessed? My emotions are overblown, my emotions are vulnerable right now. That is the kind of thing you would feel. Now, Rahu basically gives a person obsession towards emotions when it comes over Moon, but this comes there for them to at a point just leave that emotional thing and be deceptive with their emotions. That's what Rahu causes when it comes over Moon. It can give you overblown emotions. So it's like that all the emotions that you might have had as a normal person for someone for a longer period of time, you have it all at once. And then after that, you become like that, who are you? Now I need to seek for my, and now I need to see towards myself. I need to get better. I need to grow for myself. That is a situation which is going to happen here. Also, Moon in the Aquarius in the seventh house is a very, very secretive Moon. So you would become an extremist. You would obsess about a certain relationship so much. And then it could be out of the marriage. It could definitely be out of the marriage. And once you get your karma finished with that, you will come back to your space. You will come back to where you were meant to be. So that's like a lot of rebel situation is there, but the ultimate comeback has to be where you started from. Okay. Now, next we have the we have Jupiter. So Jupiter in the first house, it is the lord of your fifth and your eighth house. So eighth lord is coming into the first house, and fifth lord is of course also coming into the first house. So Ketu coming over it gives you the sense of wisdom, a strong sense of wisdom. This is not an easy time for you. Trust me, whenever Ketu comes over Jupiter and Jupiter comes over Ketu, it is not a easy time to deal with. Only people with strong willpower can go through this time. And I somehow feel that Ketu coming over Jupiter naturally gives you that strong will, right? This detaches you from romance. This will bring in a sudden breakup for you or a sudden detachment for you through the romance for some reason. Also, this can this can give you a feeling of loss. Maybe it could be some elderly one in your family, which you would feel that you have lost, right? It could even be a love encounter, or it could be like your child is, which since I told you your child is traveling, your child is going away, and you're feeling that loss like situation. You're feeling that why they are separating from me, why they are going away from me. That is the kind of feeling. But that feeling is going to teach you a lesson. That is going to teach you the lesson for how do we live alone. It also will make you dive into speculations, into shares, into speculative businesses, for you to invest your money. But definitely, it will be more of like that you're first studying about it and then you're investing your money into it. And this could even bring in sudden events in your life. Even you can get sudden money from investment, or either you have to sell off your investments to use that money somewhere else. Jupiter in the seventh house, and then Rahu coming over it. It is the fifth lord and it is the eighth lord. You may get a sudden, you may suddenly get a romantic encounter, or you may even get married. That is the situation which Rahu is going to bring in by coming over Jupiter in your seventh house. It is activating the fifth house, it is activating the eighth house. So the process is going to come in suddenly, and it might not be easy. Might not be as easy as it seems to be, but it definitely shows that you are basically choosing to have a very eccentric and very different view towards marriage and partnership. You may choose to go for a runaway marriage, like you run away and get married, or you go beyond the wishes of your family and get married. That could even be the situation here with Jupiter, right? But Jupiter, Rahu coming over Jupiter, you feel that it is necessary, it is your necessity to teach someone, to protect someone, to make them learn about, to help someone with your wisdom, with your learning, to protect them from the negative sources. This is a kind of thing that you would do. And for that, you will be highly manipulative as well. Okay, so that's what we see with Jupiter. Now, next we have Venus. So, if Venus is in the first house, that turns out to be the lord of your third house and your 10th house. So, there's a significant change and transformation within your career. There could be a feeling of like breakup or detaching from from your wife, from your spouse. This could be even there. This even shows that you will be traveling to spiritual places. This show a significant transformation in work. You will be indulging yourself into creativity, into like you are writing poems, you are writing a script, you are writing something, or whatsoever creation you do, whatsoever creative endeavor do you follow, you're going to research about it, and you are going to self-analyze a lot of mistakes and work upon that. So you're going to perfect yourself. That is the thing. This also shows a strong, strong feeling of betrayal from the marriage, from the partner, from the spouse or the relationship partner. This makes you feel that there's a kind of a heartbreak that happens for you. But definitely at the point when you would least expect, you would encounter with your partner, if you haven't have the encounter. This calls for even marriage for an individual. This calls for even travel to a distance of for an individual, not a very big distance, but a further, the small subtle distance. When Venus is in the seventh house, it's the lord of the third and the 10th house. That means you will have to work really, really hard towards your marriage and towards setting up an authority towards your marriage. Your partner would feel like a rebel. You would even have a relationship with a person who lives at a distance, especially a female or a male who is foreign to you, who is you will interact with them through the way of social media, or maybe you go for gymming, you meet them there, but that person would have some foreign element to themselves. This time you will feel very, very inclined towards having a relationship, towards being in a relationship. That is going to be one thing that going to feel very, very connected to, and you're going to be indulgent to that. You may also follow some innovation in terms of technology, some technical creativity you're going to follow, and you're going to practice, and you're going to learn as a part of your career. This is an opportunistic time in terms of your career opportunities, and also related to job. There could be a significant change within your job, but that would lead in enhancing or building your authority simply. Okay, so next we have Mars. Mars in the first house, and when Leo and Ketu coming over it, it can call for surgery. It is going to basically make you have a little bit of blood. It can even call for, I don't know, but I had in my mind that was transplant. For people who are in their old age, they might need some transplant, and they might go for that. Now, Ketu coming over Mars, being the fourth lord and being the ninth lord, this means that you would want to, this is actually a fortunate time also for you. There will be problems, there will be complications. On the other hand, there will be the opportunity, like not opportunities, there will be a kind of invisible blessings or invisible hand of God that is going to be over you. You are going to research a lot. You are going to dive into knowledge, dive into spiritual knowledge. You are going to learn how to manage your life, manage your health, manage certain things of yours. You will have to take some rest, some time you have to take. You will feel lethargic, you'll be most of the time be on bed, and then at certain points you will feel that I have all the energy, now I'm going to fight that competition. I'm going to be competitive and work around with everything. But this is a time where you are going to do things for yourself. You are going to be forced to do things for yourself. This, of course, will make you quite aggressive. That is something you need to take care of, because there can be a lot of aggression that can basically give you high blood pressure also. This is a prominent placement which can do that. Now with Rahu, when Mars is in the seventh house, being the fourth and the ninth lord, and Rahu comes over it, you may encounter a partner which can be associated with your homeland or the maternal side of your family, and that person is going to come from a distance. You may get married. You may have to provide that individual. If you are already married, that means you need to take care of the health of your spouse. That is very, very necessary. He or she might have some complications with health. For that, you will have to take care for them. You will have to provide them monetarily also, and by your seva also. And there could be sudden fights with the other person, sudden complications within the health of the spouse. It can even give you sudden responsible roles, even in your business and even in your personal life towards your partner. Okay, and it could even give you sudden responsible loans or provision towards your parents as well. Okay, this also will make you travel, in fact. Now, next we have Mercury. So, Mercury coming into the first house, being the lord of the second and the 11th house, this is a positive alignment that you already have. But when Ketu comes over Mercury, this will make you deal with the assets of the family. You will have to be very budgetary. You will have to be very calculative with the assets of the family, and you will have to take care of them, right? You will feel very detached with communication. This is the time, overall, people with Mercury in the ascendant, and that too in Leo, they are very dramatic and very talkative individuals. They always make people laugh. They will do such shenanigans, such childish shenanigans. But this is the time which is going to give you maturity. It is going to detach you from your youthfulness for some reason. It is going to detach you from your playfulness for some reason. Something in your life is going to happen which is going to take you away, if it is going to make you detached from this. This could even call for detachment from the elder sibling, especially if it is a female, right? It would bring in some sudden transformations within the relationship with the family and also with the relationship with the siblings, right? It can make you more quiet. It teach you what patience is about, what structured communication is about, and also you will go deeper into creativity or creation through communications, like graphic arts or creating AI images, something like that. Also, it makes you go deeper into creative researches. Okay, when suppose Mercury, being the second and the 11th lord, is in the seventh house and Rahu comes over it, it can give you interaction with the spouse through your family circle, family social circle, or through an arranged setup. It could possibly be. But I too see that it could give you a little bit of anxiety or anxiousness because of that relationship. And even this could be because if you are married and you have Mercury in the seventh house in the sign of Aquarius, you would feel very, very stressed whenever you have a communication with your partner. That would be because of the money matters or because of the matters of career. But this is something which is going to become your trigger point of anxiety or depression. Marriage is going to have lots of ups and downs, lots of verbal disputes, verbal battles. It can even separate you from the person. But this, on the other hand, gives them a good time when it comes to finances and when it comes to social recognition. This Rahu and Mercury is going to definitely teach you a lesson with your intellect towards other people, that how you need to depend or think about other people, how you need to express yourself in front of other people. Your lack of proper communication and especially confrontation is going to make you pay. That is something that I see. Now, next we have Saturn. If suppose Saturn is in the first house, that is in Leo, and Ketu is coming over it, this time is all about lessons for you. It is the sixth lord, it is the seventh lord. Ketu is coming over it. It definitely is going to transform how you look towards your relationships, your relatives, your marriage. You have been a person who has been overly prideful with your service. You have been not totally responsible. You have been running away from your responsibility. Now is the time when you acknowledge that. Now is the time when you definitely have to deal with it. You cannot escape it. You cannot run from away from it. You will see that you are just being pinpointed by the relatives, also by the family, also by the a married partner, also for some reason. Marriage is not at the best place for now. It will involve a lot of transformation and transformative events, in fact. Right now, if Saturn is in the seventh house, it's Mool Trikon sign. The seventh and the eighth lord, sorry, the sixth and the seventh lord is in the seventh house itself. It can give you the possibility of an arranged marriage. And if Jupiter is somehow not being connected, it can even give you, see, whenever, if you are going for an arranged marriage, be very careful. Get a thorough background check of your partner. There can be certain hidden factors that could be there. You will have to keep an eye towards your partner. Definitely, with Saturn in the seventh house and Rahu coming over it, it can even separate you from your partner if you have been married for years, right? And it could even give you the birth of the second child. It could even give you marriage, but definitely look for their background check. There can be something hidden. There can be something which they are not showing you or not telling you. That could be a part of deception. Okay, so your karma definitely lies within the seventh house for this time, right? So be very cautious and careful towards the seventh house. Now, next we have Rahu and Ketu. So if Rahu is in the seventh house already for you and Ketu is in the first house, so whatever I talked till the time I went into the sun, predictions for sun, all the planets, that is all what you're going to experience. You're going to have major transformation with yourself, within your personality, within your physical self, and also the way you interact with people, the way you connect with people. You may get deception from your partner, from other people. Other people are just going to see you with a very secretive eye or with a doubtful eye, and that is going to bother you. That is going to lead you towards spirituality. So all of these events are going to happen intensely, although you are used to that energy. But now that is going to happen at the most. That is going to happen in, the intensity will be very high. So that's the natal transit that you're going to experience with the opposite thing. Ketu, if that is in your seventh house and Rahu is in the first house, now you have Ketu in the first house as your transit and Rahu in the seventh house. Now, this is going to teach you to leave oneself, to leave the love of yourself and be devoted to the partner. So the loop now reverses. Now, it's no longer that you are a person who is just thinking about themselves, who are being a little bit of narcissist. I know this might sound very rude, but it will teach you. It will actually now, by getting into a few months into this timeline, you will be the one who will be telling me that yes, I was behaving that way. Now I am transforming. I'm being spiritually aligned. There can be a lot of fears that can be within you to because of your health, because of you. It is just you are trying to be very fearful about so many things. There is one after the other. Anything that is being that any information that is coming towards you is adding on to your fears. So that is what you're going to experience for now. So it's like a very complicated and very reversed energy that you would feel. You would feel that I'm changing 360-degree, I'm changing completely. And why is this happening? That is something that you would feel. Okay, guys. So this was my analysis for Leo individuals. I hope this gives you good insights and help you work out this timeline, with immense courage and with good knowledge, because this is a very, very important time for you. Definitely for Leos and Aquarius, this is a major transformation. And especially for Leos, it is going to be difficult, as in because you have Ketu in the ascendant. For Aquariuses, they have Rahu in the ascendant, so it can be more progressive. Although this is also going to lead to growth, but it is going to lead towards growth through spirituality, which journey is a little heavy. It is not for, it is for strong hearts, and rather it is going to make you very strong. Okay, so we'll see you next time. Bye bye. Take care.